Okay, this is Calicat the Calicatster, and this is another quickie review of Marvel's What If. The latest episode is the Chadwick Pozeman one, where did some where he was still alive when he did his voice work for this one. He passed away, so they did this episode. Is called the What If TChalla became Star-Lord, and they basically reinvent the Guardians of the Galaxy mythos so that T'Challa is taken instead of the other kid. Yondu is apparently kind of a fool. And then this universe, the Mad Titan Thanos isn't as mad. He keeps bringing up the Genesis thing, the genocide thing, but he keeps walking over it and not going for it. They keep telling him, no, you can't destroy half the world. Universe. That's not a good thing. They keep telling them that. Nebula's in it, but not the other girl. And there's a cameo at the end by the original Star-Lord. But so they go to some of the same beats as the other movies. They go to nowhere as in knowing, as in nowhere, which is that giant head. Go in there and they meet the Collector, who has apparently become all powerful. Kind of I think it's a Billy Idol type of character, but I think it's Taika Waititi. Is who it is actually, or was it in the original? I think it was somebody else though. So maybe I'm wrong on that one. But he was got a similar character to that one. Howard the Duck is in it, and he has some lines. He's rescued the pink girl from the first one. There's two pink girls in the first one. There's the pink girl alien, and that was for some reason inside the original Star-Lord's lower decks in the hold. And there was another one that was on the planet. It was a different girl. It was on the planet with the Collector. In this one, they sort of merged them, even though they're two different girls. They merged a lot of things. Nebula, we get to see a version of the other version of Nebula, the Star one. We get to see various other oddities. There's no green chick. She's blue. And we get to see Thanos as a comparable host. And we get to see Drax with his family exists in this universe. I take a selfie with T'Challa. Now he runs a bar inside nowhere. They sort of threw everything together, or is it inside that other planet? It's kind of unclear what. And then Yondu was. And then they find a Wakandan ship, and then they know that the father's looking for him, and Yondu lied and said it was destroyed, but it wasn't. So he's going to go home, and he goes home to Wakanda with his Ravager friends. And then they had this odd epilogue in the story where the Ego, the living planet father guy, shows up to Star-Lord, the original Star-Lord, at the Dairy Queen, and then the Watcher implies that that world will be destroyed. So apparently, in this universe, they will be destroyed. It's kind of messed up. But I'm assuming that they didn't expect Chadwick Pozeman, the actor, to die. Of course. So they were like, oh well, we're going to do more of these later on. But they did all the voice work way back in 2019 for all the what ifs. So that was before he died. So, it wasn't as much fun as the Captain America one. Should have been called not Agent. I know why they called it Agent Carter, because it's Agent Carter, but it should have been called Captain Britain. But it was called Agent Carter last week. This one is Chadwick Pozeman one. So we have an oddity there with that. We have, well, the what if stories are all their own thing. Mark Cars doesn't really like the idea because having the what if scenario thing kind of each individual episode being serialized, that's fine. But having, yeah, that's all I really have. Then that was my review of. Lost my train of thought. That was my review of the adventure thing. I guess I'm just rambling anyway. Throw in the guy with the Walkman at the end. Although, strangely enough, if that takes place in the current day, he wouldn't have a Walkman anymore. The only reason he did is because that's all he had with him. And the fact that it still played was kind of impossible. But yeah, anyway, so that was, yeah.